The war is calming down, with Winters relaxing by swimming in a lake. The men arrive at Hitler's Eagle's Nest where they find a dead German officer who committed suicide. The men are relaxing and drinking when Winters comes over to tell them that the war in Europe is officially over. Winters shows Nixon a massive private wine cellar, and orders the vintage alcohol distributed to the soldiers by the truckload. He gives Nixon the first pick. The men gather around to watch footage of the fighting still going on in the Pacific. Men who have a certain amount of points, 85 to be exact, are allowed to be discharged and sent home. A lottery is held for one person from each company to be discharged and sent home even if they don't have 85 points. From Easy Company, Shifty won the lottery. Mostly because his name was the only one in the helmet. This is because he didn't have that many points, despite serving with the company for a long time. While the anticipated SS guerrilla units never arrive and the war is over in Europe, the men of Easy Company still suffer from fatigue, shaky nerves, and boredom, which produces dangerous results. Liebgott seeks revenge for the Jews by killing a German officer who ran one of the camps. Webster and Sisk go with him. They go inside where Liebgott quickly interrogates the officer. After confirming it is the right person, Liebgott starts to shout at the men in German and English. It gets too uncomfortable for Webster, who leaves the room and goes outside to smoke to calm down. Despite Webster trying to convince him otherwise, Liebgott shoots the officer in the neck. However, the gun jams as Liebgott fires another round, allowing the officer to run away. A shouting Liebgott tries to get Webster to shoot him, but he refuses. Instead, Sisk does it. With the war in Europe over, the men prepare to go to the Pacific. Winters tries to be allowed to transfer to go early but is not allowed due to his attachment with Easy Company. Since the men are stuck in Germany, they soon let drinking get the better of them. A replacement in another company becomes drunk and uses his sidearm to kill a British and German officer, and then wounds Staff Sergeant Grant with a shot to the head. Grant was then taken to a German doctor to have brain surgery while the replacement is hunted down. When found, Easy Company beats him until Spears arrives. Spears almost kills the soldier but decides not to. The next morning, the local regiment of German soldiers are all in a field for their formal surrender. Captain Sobel walks past Winters but looks away from him as an excuse for not saluting. Winters calls him back and tells him we salute the rank, not the men. Sobel finally salutes and quickly leaves with Nixon and Liebgott slightly smiling in the background. A German general approaches Lipton and asks if he may speak to his men. Lipton approves, and Liebgott translates the general's speech for Winters. What the German general says to his men not only applies to his soldiers, but to Easy Company as well. The men reflect that them and the Germans shared the same experience of fighting in this war. The men are playing baseball as Winters narrates what became of each man after the war. How they all kept in touch, but went their own way and lived their own lives. Winters gathers the men around to tell them that the Japanese have surrendered and they won't have to go to the Pacific, the war is over. The final episode concludes with interviews with the real men from Easy Company, including Winters, Lipton, Malarkey, Garnier, Babe, Shifty, and Martin.
Grandpa, were you a hero in the war? Grandpa said no. But I served in a company of heroes.